Welcome to Tips with Andrew. I am Andrew Sapiano. Thank you so much for joining me on this happy Wednesday. We are happy hump day. Oh yeah, we are almost at the weekend. All right. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are having an awesome week so far. I hope you're ready for the weekend because apparently it's closer than we think. Quick update before we get started. Geranium oil is 15% off until the end of the month, which is what, in a few days we are now, right? We've got 4 or 5 days left, so still some time to get in on that deal. Fun fact about geranium oil: during the Victorian era, fresh geranium leaves were used as decorative pieces on formal dining tables and could be consumed as fresh spig if desired. There you go. Actually says sprig. So geranium 15% off, 15. Good for almost anything. I actually really love that one. Another quick update. What are we doing here? I've got a couple updates for you. So the next one, I will say, convention is just around the corner. Actually, we've got the notification that tickets have gone on sale. It's either an in-person event if you're interested in going to it. It's going to be in Salt Lake City this year. It's going to be tons of cool things going on. We're ready to rock it out. There's also an online version if you're interested in just hanging out at your own house, attending virtually. There's definitely some cool stuff that comes along with that. If you're interested, definitely now's the time to get tickets. In a couple of months, tickets prices raise, so we want to get them at the best discounted price. If that's something that you're interested or somebody you know of is interested, definitely reach out to me and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Another update, actually, for us up here in Canada, we are experiencing, there's some sort of live event that's actually happening for us. Specifically in Canada up here, it's going to be June 10th. So tickets are only $10 to attend this live event. It's going to be another online one. So, and what comes along with this is there's product information, product knowledge, why you should care about essential oils and doTERRA in particular. Also, you get a free product and free samples, all for $10, right? How can you go wrong with that one? So definitely reach out to me to get tickets to that. I have launched a weight loss course for beginners. It's 5 little known secrets to losing weight. If you or somebody you know of is interested in getting access to this, it's an online digital course for download. You can go at it you can go browse through the course at your own pace and do what you got to do at your own peril. So if you or somebody you know of is interested in getting access, now's the time. There's tons of cool stuff that comes along with the initial launch, and I'm super excited to put it out there. That's it. I promise. That's all the updates I've got. There's tons of cool stuff going on over here. I mean, I'm just super excited to tell you all about it. That's not even half of it. There's tons more that I could talk about. But that's not what we're here for today. Today, we are actually... what is today? Today is Senior Health and Fitness Day, right? So what I wanted to talk about for that one is little ways or little known secrets, I guess the title I called this one, to wanting to exercise, right? To really getting the, the motivation, right? The uptick. There could be a lot of desire to want, to exercise and we should, and I'm probably going to, and totally, I guess I have to, if I have to, is really what the thought process comes down to, right, for the most part. And, wanting to exercise and actually exercising are two completely different things. And, we do live very busy on-the-go lifestyles, and to add, even an extra hour into our days to try and find that to go and exercise can be a really daunting task for most people. So that's where I wanted to come on and give some little known tips that I like to follow that really help me to sort of want to, right? To have the desire to create that time in the day, right? To to put that time and the effort into, overall wellness, right? Exercise is great for anything in your life. And, if there's really anything that you've got going on, I don't believe that exercise won't take care of it. So, and plus it's great for bone health. It helps you live longer, right? So there's so many great benefits to exercising. That's why we need to want to, but, we don't always have the desire to it. So that's where I've got some tips that help me. Hopefully they help you too. Hopefully you get some value out of them. Here we go. Tip number 1, small steps, baby steps, whatever you want to call it. Start small. Figure out something that works for you. I really love talking about this because when people talk about exercise, right, it's oftentimes, buying the equipment, going to the gym, right? I've got to pick out my outfit, then I've got to get me one of those bottles, then I've got to get me, one of those cool headbands, then I've got to get me one of those armbands. Oh, then I need my watch that counts my steps. Then I need to know what my heart rate's going to be. Then I need comfy shoes. I definitely need comfy shoes. Oh, what about one of those yoga mats, right? And you can see where there's a laundry list of things that, it could seem like we need in order to exercise. I mean, it's a really, an old saying talking about walking somewhere, right? How are you going to get there 2 feet in a heartbeat? That's really all you need to exercise, right? You need your own 2 feet and you need a heartbeat. As long as your heart is beating, you can exercise. But that's where I talk about starting small, right? You don't need any of that stuff. You just need you just need your own 2 feet and whatever, little extra things you want to add, right? For me, I add little things like a broomstick to keep my back straight. I have exercise bands to sort of give me a little bit more tension, right? So that's little things that, water bottles. We buy those jugs of water bottles. I don't have one around here. From Metro or whatever it is, and those are 2 pounds or whatever, 3 pounds, and those are that's good enough right there. So this is where I'm talking about small steps. You can just simply get a water jug and start lifting that, and that can be an exercise for you. You can literally just walk around. Cleaning the house is definitely considered exercise, and that way you get, sort of some instant reward, right? A house clean. Cleaning the car, that's another one, right? The weather's getting better now. Little things, right? When we're talking about exercise, we're really talking about just getting the heart pumping, getting the blood flowing, sweating a little bit, right? And we're not talking about going too far overboard. We're just talking about fitting in whatever we can to our day, right? That's really, what is it? Motivation gets you started and habit keeps you going, right? So we need the motivation. And if we start with this laundry list of things that we need before we can even get started, right? The motivation may fade before it even gets started, or the flame, if you will be extinguished. Number 2, track your progress. This one needs to be done because we need to know where we're going. First of all, we need to know where we're going. Second of all, we need to know where we've come from. And third of all, we need to be able to know if we're going in the right direction, right? And this is where I love talking about tracking your progress in terms of, all of the things, right? Exercise can be hard. Exercise can be tough. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I don't have the effort. Yada, yada, yada. All sorts of things, right? So if you're tracking your progress and you're thinking that you're not making very many gains or you're not making strides, right? And then you look back even a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, maybe depending on how long you've been doing it, a year ago, right? There's stuff that you can do now that you didn't even think you knew you could. Even a week ago, a month ago, right? 2 months ago. So that's why we need to track our progress. Also, too, it keeps our motivation. I promise you, when you think that you aren't going anywhere and then you can look back and track your progress and see how much you've actually made and see how far you've come, that's a huge motivational factor in itself. And that just gives you more of a push to keep going because you've already seen with the progress, like you're witnessing the progress that happened, right? Like if maybe when you started, you couldn't even do a push-up, right? And now all of a sudden you can do 5, or maybe even you could just do 1, right? If that's your goal to do 1, that's a huge step in the right direction, right? We're starting small, 1 push-up, beautiful. If it's the proper form, I promise you that your workout in the proper form will be very much more beneficial even if you do a little bit in the proper form than doing a lot with improper form, right? So that's where one push-up at proper form can be very much more beneficial than 5 out of form. So that's track your progress, know where you've come from to know where you're going, and see if you're even on the right track, because you might need to make a few tweaks, right? You never know. You don't know what you don't know, so that's why we track our progress. Number 3, get accountability. This one is huge for a couple reasons, because right off the bat, everything is better with a friend, right? If we're talking about, most people don't like it, but if we're talking about waking up at the crack of dawn, right, 5 o'clock in the morning to go for a run, you damn right you're going to need some accountability to get on that, right? I don't know. For me, there's a small percentage of people that I meet that are actually excited to get up early in the morning and go for a run, right? Most of us would rather sleep until they get back and then, wake me up when it's breakfast time. I guess I can brush my teeth before I come downstairs, right? That's most of our mentality. So that's where, getting an accountability partner, right? Somebody that can help you when you're feeling down, give you the kick in the butt that you need, or even give you good praise when you think that you're not doing enough, right? We're tracking your progress. Your accountability partner sees where you've come from, right? Because we, as much as we can be our biggest cheerleaders, we can also be our worst critics, right? And we can look at ourselves from a different angle than other people can. And we can tend to be harder on ourselves than other people would be, right? So where we don't really see any progress, we don't really see what's happening, we can't envision our new self, other people looking at us are definitely going to notice changes. They're going to notice something different. Something's going to be off, right? Quote unquote, if you will. So that's where get a buddy. If you don't have a buddy, right, join a class. Right now, I don't think they're legal up here in Canada. But, online classes are huge, right? Even if you wanted to just do like a YouTube video, I know that you can search YouTube videos that give you like a reminder. They pop up notifications every day to let you know that there's a new class, workout session, if you will. Get an app on your phone, definitely an app on your phone. You could even set a reminder, like a timer on your cell phone, right? An alarm that just goes off to let you know that it's time to do something, right? Anything, starting small, right? Anything will be more beneficial than nothing. So do what you can to find a partner, join a class, find a Facebook group, meetup. Eventbrite, those are definitely huge things, especially nowadays, right? Like I've joined a few groups on Meetup and Eventbrite that they meet up most of the time to just to hang out and be with other people with common interests. Might be something worth searching into. So we are talking here on Senior Health and Fitness Day. With little known secrets, right, if you will, to make you want to exercise. Number 1, small steps, baby steps, whatever you want to call it. Number 2, track your progress. Number 3, get accountability. Everything's better with a buddy. Number 4, find success stories. Everything that you want in life has already been done by somebody else or is in the process of being done by somebody else. There's not too many things that you can think of that hasn't been done already. I like the saying there's an app for that, right? So anything you can think of, there's an app for that. So that's, basically everything that you can think of, somebody's already thought of and, well, made an app for it. So they're actually a couple steps ahead of you. But this is where I love it because you can find success stories that actually help you to get motivated, right? That could even be your accountability partner. If you can find a story and definitely if you can find somebody that's in a similar situation, going through something that you're going through. Maybe not the exact same thing, right? Because everybody's different. Everybody's got their own things going on. So it's not going to be probably the exact same situation, but definitely somebody going through the similar things to you, right? Around the same age group, that's interested in the same sort of things that you're interested in. Definitely there's a success story about somebody that went through what you're going through right now, or a similar situation, to made it out to the other side, whatever that other side looks like to them. Maybe that's not going to be what it looks like to you, but that's what it looked like to them. So therefore, you can find this, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, I'm going to say goodness, just for lack of a better term, from their story, right? The emotion, the passion, right? What they went through, what they had to go through to make it out of the other side. And, I promise you that will help you to find motivation, keep motivation, and to want to keep going. And definitely, if you have no motivation, you found a success story of somebody that went through the exact same thing that you're going through and came out on the other side, and it motivated you to do absolutely nothing, I would love for you to come back and tell me how that tip helped you. It didn't help you at all, and I would love to hear your story behind that. Number 5, make it fun. This is really important because if it's not fun, you're not going to do it. I don't know, maybe I'm weird like that. I tend to not do things that aren't fun, right? Things that don't make me happy, I tend to steer away from. I don't know, maybe I'm insane that way, and I'm completely different than society, and everybody else in the world loves doing things that are not fun for them, and wakes up in the morning to do things that don't make them happy. I don't know, maybe I'm the only one that doesn't. But for me, if it's not fun, I'm not really going to do it. All right, it's not that I'm not going to do it. It's that I'm not really going to be motivated to do it, right? We're talking about ways to want to exercise. And if it's not fun for me, for me, I love squats, right? So my exercise, my workout has to incorporate some sort of squats. Tina, on the other hand, cannot stand doing squats. She would rather have her legs cut off. I'm just kidding. I'm just talking for her. But for her, if an exercise regimen consisted of specifically squats and nothing else, I don't know how motivated she would be to keep doing that. For me, I would love it. I do that all the time. Bring it on. Let's do it. I love it. But that's where we are different people, right? And me and you and I, we are different people. Everybody in the world is different, and everybody's going to find, happiness in different things. So for me, I love doing squats. Those are really those make me happy. I like the way that they feel. I love working out my legs, all sorts of that stuff. You may be different. I don't know. You don't know unless you try it, right? You're going to have to try it and find out what works for you, what makes you want to keep doing it, and then keep doing more of that, right? So find something that, is enjoyable to you, right? For me, I love working out my legs. So I can pretty much put them through anything, and I will keep going. I don't mind it until later on in the night when I can't move, right? It's kind of a side effect. So that's where you need to figure out an exercise workout for you. And that's what I mean for me. If I was to have to run every day, I don't really like running, so I probably wouldn't, right? If I was to have to wake up at 5 o'clock every morning to run, I don't know how motivated I'd be to keep going, right? So find what works for you, what makes you want to keep going, and keep doing that. Seems pretty simple. Number 6. I really want to stress this one. Do what you can. Don't worry about doing what I can do. Don't worry about doing what you see people on those videos doing. Don't worry about what you think you should be doing. Don't worry about the way that, you want to be doing, right? Worry about what you can do. If you can only do a little bit, do a little bit. If you can do a lot, do a lot. Why not, right? So, and another thing that I mean by that is, for me, Little things, little ways to incorporate exercise, right? Taking the stairs instead of the elevator, walking to places that you would normally drive to, right? So this is where I talk about doing what you can. For me, I live up on the 9th floor of an apartment building. So if I was to tell myself to take the stairs instead of the elevator for 9 floors every day, right? I'd probably not want to be motivated to keep doing that. I don't know, maybe I'm weird like that. But if I was to say, get off, 1 floor early and then walk up the stairs, or even, starting small, we walk down 2 steps and back up 2 steps, right? This is where we're starting small and we're doing what we can with what we've got. If all we can incorporate is just taking the elevator to the 8th floor and getting off 1 floor early and walking up, that's all the exercise we can incorporate in our day. That's amazing. That is amazing. You need to give yourself a pat on the back, because there's so many times that we think we should be doing more, or we should be doing different, or, this is what I think I can be doing, or this is what, might need to happen. We never focus on the fact that we just need to be consistent. Consistent effort over time will help you achieve whatever wellness goals you're looking for. You can't, there's no sense, you're not going to exercise for 5 hours one day, not take care of yourself the rest of the week, and think that you're going to be in perfect tip-top shape. It's not the way it works. A little bit of exercise over the week, right? Even if you don't hit the 5 hours, you hit like 30 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, right? Doing what you can, right? Or even if you're doing, 1 flight of stairs every day, maybe 5 minutes, that's all you can do. Or even maybe you're just walking around the living room while you're talking on the phone, right? So, whoa. This is what I'm talking about, little things, right? Doing what you can to make you want to keep going, right? Because if we're trying to change our whole, our whole routine and make it completely different, we might stick to it. We might, I don't know, but we might not stick to it. And if we don't stick to it, we're going to get really overwhelmed, and it's not going to seem like something we want to keep doing. Number 7, make the commitment. At the end of the day, right, we can go through all the things that we want to about, babying ourselves and doing little things and all sorts of stuff, that whatever you want to say, right? Whatever you want to call it, however you want to justify it, however you want to look at it, whatever it is that you want to call it. At the end of the day, we need to make a commitment to our better health, the betterment of our health and wellness, right? And it's in our own hands. There's nobody that's going to come up. I can't be over here and do 100 push-ups and make that 10 push-ups for 10 different people. If I could, I would. I would love to. But I can't. I can't do the push-ups for you. I can't eat the healthy food for you, right? I can't take the stairs for you. It's not up to me. It's up to you. Nobody else can do it for you. And nobody else, I don't want to sound so blunt here, but nobody else is going to care as much as you do about your well-being, right? You need to care about it, because you have to be the hero that you need to be, right? You need to make the commitment that this is something that you're going to do to better your life, to make sure that you're at your tip-top best ability, most prestige form for as long as you can be, for the people that are counting on you, right? Friends, family members, relatives, co-workers, all sorts of people. If you own a business, right? Employees, all sorts of people are counting on you. That's why you need to make the commitment to have your body in tip-top shape, make yourself do the disciplines on a daily basis over a consistent period of time. Every day, it's got to be a daily thing, because I like the one quote that I actually put up here. You only got one body to live in, right? So make it the best. Take care of yourself and make the commitment to your overall health and wellness. It doesn't have to be some huge change, some huge drastic change, but we do need to make a commitment to at least a little bit on a daily basis. My last tip, more than anything, is essential oils. I love using essential oils for everything. And motivation, right? I brought out an oil called Motivate. A blend of oils called Motivate. If there's a thing that doTERRA did, it really took into consideration all of the emotions and all of the stuff that is going on in our lives. I love using this one. I actually love using this one in the roller form. I brought out the oil because it comes in the bottle. You can put it in the diffuser if you want. But I love using it in the roller form. Just on the back of my neck, on the pulse points, on the color of my shirt. Right? I love the way that it it provides that uplifting, invigoratingness that you need when you need to get that little bit more motivation, right? You need a little bit of encouragement. And I love the way that it provides me that. My other oil that I have here is Spearmint. And Spearmint is actually, it's funny. I like talking about Spearmint because it's a funny oil. To me, it's a toned down version of peppermint. But to some, peppermint is a toned down version of Spearmint. That's why it's crazy. For me, peppermint is huge. If you're not careful, it can really burn your eyes, and it can really, creep up on you and, and kick you right in the face. Spearmint, to me, doesn't do that. It's really a calm down, toned down version, really way to awaken the senses, if you will. And so that's why I love using that one. I actually love using that one in my drink, in my water to help the blandness flavor, right? Spearmint gum, I mean that tastes amazing. But yeah, that one's actually a really cool oil. To me, it's toned down, but to other people, it's really uplifting and enlivening, and that's why I love talking about that one. That's all I got for you for today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I know I had some fun making it. Feel free to share this with your friends, a family member, perhaps somebody from your team that you feel needs to hear this. If you'd like to learn more about essential oils or how to get your hands on some of this cool stuff that I'm talking about, or if you would like a free sample of oils, definitely drop me a comment, send me a message saying me, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. Thank you so much for joining me. I really hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week, and I look very forward to talking to you again. I love you guys. Bye for now.